International Business Times has a story out today about hackers who prevented an ISIS attack. So they say the following, quote, an offshoot of the anonymous hacking collective claims it intercepted messages sent among members of ISIS earlier this year when the terrorists were planning an attack in Tunisia. The group, which calls itself Ghost Security, is also taking credit for silencing tens of thousands of ISIS-related social media feeds and propaganda websites. Ghost Security, also known as GhostSec, first became known earlier this year when it called on its thousands of followers to help assemble, then publicize, a list of known Islamic State Twitter accounts. When Twitter removed many of these accounts, GhostSec claims about 59,000 of them were removed in all, the hacking group then launched a flurry of distributed denial-of-service attacks against known ISIS websites, knocking them offline for various periods of time. Now the group claims it intercepted tweets among ISIS members and forwarded them to international law enforcement. All right, so they go on in the article to explain that they planned an attack on an old Jewish town in Tunisia right after that beach attack, the terrorist attack that we covered, which happened not too long ago. And because of the intercepted messages, they were able to warn authorities, and then authorities prevented it. So it was successful. Yeah, the whole purpose in me doing this segment is to basically thank them. Because, I haven't heard anybody else talk about this. I've only seen this article in the International Business Times, and some people have linked to it from other websites. I think this is great. Now, I understand, and we talk about it all the time, here in the United States, I am the biggest defender of the Fourth Amendment that you will ever see. But what we're talking about there is you have a right to privacy and a protection from unreasonable search and seizure from the government looking into your shit. Now, of course, if the government has evidence on you and they get a warrant and then they look, that's fine. But we're talking about when the government doesn't get a warrant and they look through your shit and, that's unconstitutional, illegal, and unnecessary. So I'm always on the side of the Fourth Amendment. I want to be totally clear about that. But in terms of hackers, hackers exist. We all know that. A lot of hackers are doing fucked up shit. We know that too. But here we have a case where these hackers appear to have some sort of ethical core where they say, okay, our goal is we're just going to go after ISIS here. We're just going to use our skills of, hacking around and shit on the internet. Forgive my layman's explanation here. But we're going to use our skills to try to do good in the world and, prevent innocent people from dying. So I think these guys deserve credit, and I want to say thank you to them. Now, of course, if this group or any other group, for example, starts, doing hacking activities that I think are totally wrong, and are a pure violation of people's privacy, and the upside is not this big, well, then we'll talk about that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, and then I'll come out and disagree with it. But as far as what this group did in this case, this is the whole idea of ethical hacking, and it makes perfect sense, and the net result is something very positive. They save lives, and they deserve credit for it.